Hello and welcome back. My name is Andrei.
And I'm Dominika.
And we're back again with another reaction to
Pink Floyd, When the Tigers Broke Free.
All right.
Okay. David, this one is from you. Thank you very much for your request, and we hope you're going to enjoy our reaction to it. David put in a message and we did a little bit of research. So the song is by Roger Waters. It's on the Wall movie, but
not on the Wall
album. And it's describing Roger Waters' father's death during the Second World War. I think
Italian campaign.
Yeah. 1944, I think that happened,
yes.
Right? So, very meaningful song, you can say, even without listening to it, right?
You ready?
Yes.
It was just before dawn, one miserable morning in Black 44, when the forward commander was told to sit tight, when he asked that his men be withdrawn, and the generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while, and the Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives. And kind old King George sent Mother a note when he heard that Father was gone. It was, I recall, in the form of a scroll with gold leaf and all. And I found it one day in a drawer of old photographs hidden away. And my eyes still grow damp to remember His Majesty signed with his own rubber stamp.
It's feels very personal, but at the same time, how many boys were going through the same thing, right? At the time, and how many is still going. So I'd say it's one of these songs when sadly you can apply to any times.
It's a really sad song. If you think about only the personal story for his father, and then you really, like you say, you can multiply during the years to how many people. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's really think at one point that the casualties about the people who really kind of, and the family left behind with kids with no, I don't know, it's really feels so sad. I don't know.
I don't know. I think we spoke about war and our views on all of that in several videos, and I still doesn't matter, on which side I'm looking at it. And there was one video, I can't remember if it was when we were doing Sabaton, that I said I don't understand, how something can be so important that it's worth dying for, and a lot of people kind of I wouldn't say jump, but just told me that, well, I just don't understand. you know, yeah, you die for your country, it's you know, for the freedom. I do get that, but I wasn't talking about the individuals are dying. I'm talking about the ones they starting the war, because they're hardly ever affected by the war itself, isn't it? He said, yes, I understand, you know, fighting for your freedom, fighting for your country. I do get that completely. And most probably I would never criticize anyone who's going to war. But and fight for the country and my freedom, you know, and my comfort of living.
The price is too high when
but
you
that's
play with the life.
when you know, try to tell that to someone who lost the father, mother, you know, brother, and
tell that to Roger Waters when he was a little boy, find these father things in there, and growing without father and stuff like that. Yeah, it's.
And I still kind of, I don't, you know, like I say, I'm very grateful for the times I'm living, you know, myself. I'm relatively living in a relatively peaceful times, although the war is happening, but I mean, I'm not affected directly by it. But I cannot even imagine that you know, you're saying goodbye to your, I don't know, to your father, to your husband, to your brother, and then sending them off to war, and then you're receiving a message like that, right?
You have the decoration and the medals after that, but what is this? Replace the father?
Yeah, I don't know. I always find this the concept of war. It's a
really sad song. I don't know.
Okay, should we continue? I'm sorry.
Frost in the ground when the tigers broke free, and no one survived from the Royal Fusiliers Company C. They were all left behind, most of them dead, the rest of them dying. That's how the high command took my daddy from me.
I don't know.
I wish songs like that never
existed,
right?
You know, I remember when I was kind of, I don't know, kid or not kid or late, I don't know, years back, I was thinking it was nothing more noble in a way to die for your country. That was, I always think, I said, oh yeah, of course. I don't know, something in me kind of start to think a bit different now, because I see a different kind of part of the, I don't know, how the world is kind of war function.
I think when you're younger, you kind of
foolish a bit by
yeah, and that your ideology of, you know, how it's supposed to be. I think that there's very often wars being glorified, but it's the reality of it is really. And I say that probably that's gonna sound really that sounded really, really awful. I'm not saying that, you know, the people who the soldiers who go to fight, they think it's beautiful, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we've been you know, I don't know, we are fed with all of these big wars, you know, and you're dying for your country, you know, you for freedom of your people and all that. And that's true, that I completely agree. You know, you have to protect your country, protect your land, you know, on a bigger scale if you need to. But I'm just saying on the top where all of the war starts, because it doesn't start from the people on the bottom. The people on the bottom just there, sent and to protect. I don't know if people at the top they believe that they you die for your country, or they just you die for my greed. Probably more like it. But hey,
power and greed, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Call me naive. I
would be nice, probably a world without.
I thought you said war at all.
No, a world without wars and all of that.
Yeah, but that I don't think there was ever kind of in a world.
I don't think. I don't think evil is gonna stop in a way.
No.
I don't know.
It feels like there's always something worth fighting for. It
doesn't matter how much destruction, how many lives get lost. It's just still. I don't know. It's just even on peace or on a country who have never affected. It still feel like the government or something. They don't care about the people. Their own people in a way. When you see so many people just left it on the streets and in a shelter above their head and working probably all their life for that, and you just, I don't know. It's make no sense. So many things make no sense. And
I think when you get older, you kind of make less sense.
How is even, I mean, someone have so much money you cannot even ever count it or never you spend it in your life, billions and billions, and someone doesn't have bread on the table in a way. And why people go to war? Sometimes they go because, I don't know, I don't want to even go in details. There are so many things to go, and so many.
This is only kind of my personal.
It's such a sad song. I don't know. I feel I disconnect a bit with the reality. Listen, this is, I don't know, just put you in that such a mood, and it feels so sad. And I look at this perspective of him being a kid and growing, like, I don't know. I think it's the pain.
You can even see him as a grown man. You know how much it affects him, and
not having your father with you is just, I don't know. It's just make no. I don't know. I'll be probably angry on the world, and I just want to. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Horrible. Something like that is horrible for anyone who go through something like that. All right. Hope you enjoy our reaction and see you again next time. Have a lovely day and all the best. Take care.
Bye for now.